Thank you very much. That's perfect. We're supposed to be coming in for worming, but the sheep think that they're going the other way, so they've all just run away from me.
Yeah.
I thought I'd start the video with this amazing sunrise and the cloud inversion. So Dale Farm is just in the mist, but then above us in the field is bright, glorious sunshine. Good morning. So it is Wednesday the 14th of September today, and it is back to work after yesterday was my birthday. So mostly didn't work, which was lovely, and now the focus is what we're going to do with the remainder of the lambs. When are we going to sell them? What do we need to do? So this morning I am taking some poo samples. I'm quite literally just stalking around, following sheep and lambs around the field and watching and waiting for them to provide a fresh sample, because I do believe that fresh is important. So I also need to kind of look at the animal that it comes from, look at the health that they appear to be in. Do they have a dirty tail? Do they look thin or anything like that? Thank you very much. That's perfect. So the point of doing a fecal egg count is that you have your samples, one for the ewes, one for the lambs. Take it down to the vet, they'll look at it for you, and then they'll give you a ring and let you know what to use in terms of what band of wormer, and whether you need to worm at all. And that's something that I started doing this year, which isn't something that my dad used to do, but I think it's a good idea, because it means that you're not guessing, you're being more accurate. And so that's what I'm going to do, because I think possibly ewes and lambs may be doing with a worm. And then when I get them in, I'm going to mineral drench them as well, to hopefully bring them on, get them to have a bit of a growth spurt. And then I need to work out when I want the next sale to be. So there's one on the 23rd of September, one on the 7th of October. So if I can hang on now, which I've got enough grass, then the grass is definitely growing. Then I can do all those things, and hopefully the lambs will grow nicely. And when we get around to the next sale, hopefully my sort of slightly smaller lambs will be looking good, and we'll get a good price for them as well. Overall, I am quite happy with the condition of the ewes and the lambs, particularly given the summer that we've had. There are some lambs that are a bit on the small side, so hopefully a bit of extra time will enable them to grow. So it is a lovely September day. Yesterday's my birthday. It was a really nice September day, and it's good that we've had all that rain, so the grass is coming on. You can probably see it's a lot greener, so I've got some fresh pasture that I can move the sheep and lambs onto, but I kind of need to know the results of the egg count first, so that I can do my worming, do my mineral dosing, and then move them onto fresh pasture after. The sun is out, but there's a cold wind now this week. A couple of videos ago I showed a ewe that had fly strike, and she's now healed, and it looks a bit ropey, but it's healed pretty well. And then the last thing is the feed. So we have done some regular foot bathing throughout the year, again to keep on top of lameness. We had some problems last year with cod, so probably get into that time where I could possibly do with having a foot bathing session at the same time. So that is what's on the agenda now with the sheep and lambs. Later on that day, after I took my poo samples into the vet, I had a phone call and I spoke to the vet, and we talked through the results, and the results came back as low for the ewes, but quite high for the lambs. So the advice was to worm the lambs. We're supposed to be coming in for worming, but the sheep think that they're going the other way, so they've all just run away from me, apart from the old faithfuls, Mary, down here. Come on! So far they're not cooperating. So we're going to have to get behind and drive them down, because we're going to worm the lambs and mineral drench them. Hopefully get them growing and thriving for the last few weeks before the next sale. Go on. That's better. Go in the right direction. Go on. There's Miss Nibbles. Come on. Doris. Come on. They went in quite easy in the end. They are ready to move to fresh pasture, so I'm guessing that's what they think's happening. But unfortunately they're going to have to come back on here for another couple of days so that they can go back onto fresh pasture after they've been wormed. And there's a couple of lame ewes, not terribly lame but just a bit lame, so we'll be looking at those. We've been doing so well for lameness this year with the sort of regular foot bathing that we've done. Probably due to do some foot bathing again actually. So as soon as we've got the lamb sold, it's going to be back to focusing on the ewes. With the lambs in the pen, it was a good opportunity for us to have a look over them and see how they're looking. And there are a few that have dirty tails, so probably definitely ready for them to have a worm. And then hopefully now that'll clear the worms out and the tails will dry out. And if necessary, we'll just trim some tails up before the next sale. We also did a count of the lambs, and we allocated for the lambs that we'd already sold. We had a total of 151. So obviously at lambing time we will have probably had a few more than that, but you unfortunately get losses. So we've ended up with 151, which is not bad out of, I think we scanned 88 ewes and probably 4 maybe didn't have any lambs, and then we lost a couple. So roughly about 80. We had 12 or 13 singles, I think, this time. About 17 sets of triplets, and then obviously twins. So that kind of works out at about 1.9 lambs per ewe, which isn't too bad. With mules, you're kind of hoping to get 2 lambs really, or at least 1, really good strong lamb. The triplets that we have, they're more work, and you do have more trouble with triplets. And we have got a couple of lambs in there that are absolutely tiny, probably only weigh about 12, 13 kilos. And we won't be sending those to the sale. We're probably just going to keep those on over the winter and let them grow a little bit. What I thought was quite funny, actually, if you're watching this clip as well as listening to it, is that Doris, who's our sort of pet sheep, is following us round the pen the whole time. She insisted on coming in the pen, and then she followed us round the pen the whole time that we were worming. And this is the last pen of lambs, and you can see it's actually, I think, Bambi walking up and down the outside of the pen, just having a bit of a nosy at what's going on. So the pet lambs that we have on the farm now, really, that are ewes, are Bambi and Mary and Nibbles and Doris are the main ones. So as you can see, Bambi's there, and then in a second, I think Nibbles is about to come strolling in to see what is going on. And I think Nibbles looks like a really nice looking sheep. So we will keep her for breeding, but we don't really keep our own stock to breed with anymore because we didn't think it was super successful. But Bambi, Doris, Nibbles, and just the odd one here and there, we do just for a bit of fun, really, because we like having them around on the farm. And if you don't enjoy what you're doing and if you don't enjoy your sheep, then what is the point? Okay, so that is job done. Ready to go back out in the field. And then Saturday night, so sun's about to go down, time for us to have a rest. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye.